Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This week I just wanted to talk about our Talladega trip that we took 2 weeks ago. I know I wanted to get this video out last week, but we had the how-to video. If you guys haven't checked that out, please go take a look at it. It has absolutely popped off, but that's not what I want to talk about. I want to discuss our Talladega trip that we took a couple weeks ago and just how much fun it was, and just kind of cover the entirety of the weekend and show you guys some pictures, some footage that we took. So let's just hop right into it. First, I just want to say I'm gonna just kind of free flow this. We're just gonna talk all through it. I'm not gonna really make too many cuts in my audio. This is just kind of me in a hyper state of my mind, just going through the entire weekend. So to start off, we drove down on Friday, and it was kind of funny because our goal was to get to Rainforest Cafe in Nashville, and we just weren't able to do it. We had to make a pit stop early on in the day to pick up this 164 box that I'll show you guys here. This is a prototype of what will eventually be the Lowell Cow Live Camelot custom diecast cars. I'm making 50 of them for them. We'll get into that later. But this was a prototype of the new box company that I've been working with. We've made 124 scale boxes with them, as you can see here, a couple examples. And then I asked them if they could do a 164, and they obliged, of course, and here's the prototype. So we had to make a pit stop and pick that up. That took about an hour's time, and then going through each major city to get down to Nashville. We just missed Rainforest Cafe, so we were super disappointed. We got to our cousins at I think it was 11:30, so we didn't really have a whole lot of time to chat with them. We got up somewhere around 5:30 because we wanted to leave by 6 because it took 2 hours to get to the track from their house. Unfortunately, had to make a quick pit stop at Walmart at 6:30, but it took us 2 hours to get to the track. We made it to credentials. We picked up both sets of our credentials. Here, I'll show them here. We had the ARCA Menard Series lanyards and badges, and then the O'Reilly Series lanyards and badges. And both of those kind of are, I want to say, do whatever you want kind of badges within some reason. So the ARCA badges obviously get us into the garage with the teams and then get us onto pit road with them. And then the O'Reilly badges do the same thing, but for that series. We were able to get into the garage. We parked in the infield. We went under the turn 3 tunnel to get into the track, and that was really cool. We drove through Talladega Boulevard. It was in the morning at about 8:30, so there weren't too many shenanigans going on. I know that place gets wild in the evening, in the nighttime, but driving through in the morning, everybody was still sleeping. So we ended up parking right in the infield, right across from the ARCA Series garage, which was great because we were able to bounce back and forth. We took raincoats, we took cars to get signed, we took snacks and everything, water. So it was great to be that close, maybe a 5-minute walk from the garage, not even honestly, from the garage to our car. And that was just great to have as an easy access so that we weren't having to carry everything around all day. So we got to the ARCA garage, we went in, we found Cody's car, took some pictures of everything, and obviously everything will just kind of be going on the screen behind the audio here. But we met Cody, actually we beat Cody to the track. We met up with him, we met up with the Lowell Cow people. I'll be honest, I don't really remember much about them or much of their names or anything like that, but they were all very nice. And after we exchanged pleasantries and, met up with them, they were pretty appreciative of me deciding to make the diecast for them, because basically without me giving the green light on that, Cody wouldn't have been able to race because they would not have planned on sponsoring him. So it worked out in the end. Of course, I now have 50 cars to make, but these ones won't be nearly as bad as the last 50. So we'll get to that eventually. A cool thing that took place is I found Ryan Vargas. He was racing in the ARCA race, and I got him to autograph his number 6 National Metering Services car that I made. I took that down specifically to get him and all the crew members to sign. Here's him signing it, and then I'll just throw the car up on the screen. This is after almost all of the crew members that were on this car were able to sign it. Robert took us around the garage and gave us tours and took us into the haulers, finding people to sign the car. But it was super fun going on like scavenger hunts with him to try and find that. And then after we got all of those signatures, we went out to pit road with Cody with the car, got some pictures there, and we got to watch the race. Honestly, and don't tell Cody this, hopefully he doesn't watch this, but he might, we didn't watch the entire race. While he was out there, we were kind of bouncing around in the garage with Robert looking for signatures. So if he sees this, you know, it is what it is. But we were there for the finish. We saw that he did go a lap down because he got caught behind some slow traffic and then lost the draft. But he did avoid the big wreck. He got his lap back. He was on the lead lap. And I haven't heard a crowd react to a driver taking the lead in person since probably Jeff Gordon took the lead in 2015 Homestead. That place was ecstatic when Cletus took the lead. And for an ARCA crowd, it was pretty wild. It was really cool to see. He almost won it. Cody avoided the big wreck, finished 13th. I did a post-race interview with him. And we were able to catch up with Cody Dennison. How would you summarize your afternoon?
Man, I'll take it. It was real wild. I mean, we lost the draft there right at the beginning. We started out back trying to stay safe. Felt like a real big mistake at the time. And then we didn't take the wave around, and I just got pretty heated, and I just started driving my guts out. We got our lap back with a lucky dog, and I just never stopped. I just sent it. I was hitting people in the rear, in the corner, I didn't care. And we went to 5-6 wide there at the end. We scraped up 13th, and that's my best career finish here, so I'm real happy about it, man. It's awesome.
It is awesome indeed. Cody Dennison comes home a career best at Talladega, 13th in the Lowell Cow Ford Fusion. Yeah, a cool day for Cody. We were able to get him his 50 cars for the Ride and Die book. That was priority number one, was getting those cars to him. We managed to do that successfully, got them to him after the race, and those were out of my hands. Yeah, it was just a cool time to hang out with Cody and the ARCA team. And then the rest of the day, we hung out with Robert and the Viking team, and then we also met with Suzy and hung out with the RSS team, Ryan Sieg Racing, a little bit. Got to watch that race. My sister got to go up on the pit box. That was her first experience being up there for a little bit of time. Suzy was very gracious in allowing her to do that. Robert introduced us to a lot of really cool people. Again, we got to see that race, and unfortunately Robert's team, the 96, they did not do well. I still don't know what happened to them, but I think they lost the draft and went a lap down and took them out of contention. And then Ryan Sieg, he had a chance to win it. He was up front, and he got caught up in a huge wreck coming out of turn 4, or kind of in between 3 and 4 on the last lap, ultimately ending his day. But it was a super fun day at the track. There was plenty to do, plenty to see. One of the cool things that we got to do was hang out in kind of the infield. I don't even know what they called it. It was like a big warehouse where they had the O'Reilly race on the TVs and stuff, and that's where we hung out. We ate some food, we chilled, and then when all the racing was over, we went home. So it was another 2 hours back to our cousin's house, and then on Sunday we woke up. We left at about 8 because the mall in Nashville didn't open until 10, and then Rainforest didn't open till 11. So we got to the mall at 10, went shopping, hung out, bought a few things, bought my dad the Black Pearl Pirates of the Caribbean Lego set for Father's Day, which we already started building because we just couldn't wait until then to give it to him. But then we got to go to Rainforest Cafe, my favorite restaurant, mostly for the theming. Obviously the food it's all right. It's not the best food you'll ever eat, but it's not terrible. But I go there and I love that restaurant for just the atmosphere. Kind of like being at the racetrack now. I don't really have a favorite driver or things like that, especially in the Cup Series, but the lower series, I know people and I enjoy the time together and the atmosphere of being at the track. So yeah, it was just a super fun weekend. My sister got to experience some really neat things, some firsts for her in the NASCAR realm. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention, she almost met Ross again, but she was too busy taking pictures of the Cup cars in the garage. So she missed out on that opportunity, which is kind of funny, but we've met him before. Super nice guy. I've talked about Ross many times on the channel. But yeah, it was just a super awesome, super fun weekend. It was a whirlwind, and I wanted to get this video out prior, but last week I really wanted to get the how-to video out. If you guys liked this one, there will be another one of these coming up in a couple weeks because we're going to be going to Charlotte for the 600. and for the O'Reilly race, so there will be plenty to cover. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know below. It's a little bit different than what we typically do. And it's funny because I call the channel Diecast Driven, right? So the whole reason that we even do what we do here is because I love collecting diecast and making customs and doing things of that nature. And I'll be honest, it's funny because I did go to engineering school for 5 years in hopes that it could get me closer to NASCAR, maybe with an opportunity with a team or something. And if we fast forward 7 years after I graduated, that engineering degree has not helped me get closer to NASCAR. What has is the diecast. So me making custom cars for people. I don't know if there's a more fitting name for the channel than Diecast Driven, because it has driven me to meet new people, especially in the industry, and make really cool friendships with a few people, and obviously make cars for a few teams, a few drivers, a few crew members. So you never know where the journey's gonna take you. You never know what's gonna happen if you have a hobby, or if you set your mind to something that you like to do. If you just put forth the effort and do whatever that you enjoy doing, you know, with your heart and with your mind, you never know where it can take you. So for me, it was these diecast cars that have gotten us to the track on multiple occasions. And again, part of the reason why we're going down to Charlotte is so I can give another car to my buddy Robert on Viking Motorsports. Again, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And like I said, follow your hobbies, follow your passions. For me, it's diecast cars. So with that being said, this has been Diecast Driven. Keep on collecting. Bye, everyone.